Hey, this is Abel.
Hey, this is Brandon.
And this is
the Abel and Brandon podcast.
We want to thank everybody who's listening to us today.
So please, like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks.
Hey guys, this is the Abel and Brandon podcast. And today we're going to talk about some movies we've seen in the past 2 years or so. And we're going to actually talk about some movies that are coming up this year too. Brandon, do you want to let them know what kind of movies we're going to be discussing today?
Yeah, we're actually going to talk about Glass, Blade Runner 2049, Us, Hereditary, and Escape Room. But before we go into those movies, major spoilers. So if you haven't seen those movies, go check them out and then come back and watch the podcast. We're also going to talk about some movie trailers that are coming out. We're going to talk about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and we're also going to talk about the Joker film. All right, Abel, we're going to talk about some movies.
Okay, let's talk about this movie, man. I want to talk about this movie first.
What movie you want to talk about?
Did you like Glass?
You know I love Glass, dude. I loved Glass.
Why?
I don't know. I think M. Night Shyamalan's having like a renaissance. Have you seen The Visit? Have you seen Split?
God, Split was good. But Glass was not good.
You didn't like The Visit, dude? The Visit was like the best Goosebumps episode I've ever seen.
We're talking about Glass, though.
Okay, Glass. So, spoiler alert, at the end of Split, you find out that Bruce Willis is in his own Marvel Cinematic Universe. Yeah. But instead of Samuel L. Jackson coming at the end, we see that bold man. Yeah,
Bruce Willis.
And he's like, Mr. Glass.
And then it fucking goes to black, and then...
When that happened, did you know? Did you know that was... Like, oh my gosh, that's...
Yeah,
me too. A lot of people didn't know. Because I think that movie's kind of forgotten. I think a lot of people think of The Sixth Sense when they think of M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah.
That movie's...
You know what? I don't really think of that. I don't think of The Sixth Sense.
You know?
I think of Signs.
You think it's... I love Signs.
Yeah, Signs is good, dude.
Okay, so Glass... when I saw the trailers, I was like, "Oh, this looks."
Yeah, of
really
course
cool.
It looked awesome. Yeah.
One of the things that you didn't like
that movie was not awesome.
Well, what was one of the reasons you didn't like it?
Oh my god, dude. Okay, so the fight scenes were lame. Okay, I didn't like that, dude. And Bruce Willis didn't even act that good in that fucking movie. That's another thing, man.
Okay.
He was lacking in acting skills.
I will agree with both of those.
You know,
the fight scenes weren't,
and then they die at the end. Like, I don't understand that shit.
We should say spoilers too, by the way. Spoilers.
Trust me, you're not gonna give a shit. But, but Bruce Willis dies. He fucking puddle at the end. Somebody's just standing on his head, and he's just drowning in a puddle. And this motherfucker has super strength, and he can't like force his ass up. You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, but the way... Okay, so... I
think... what's his name? Samuel Jackson?
Samuel Jackson?
I think he just falls again. It's fucking...
Well, okay.
He falls from his wheelchair and breaks all his fucking bones again.
I agree with you about the fighting and Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis, obviously, they showed him money, and he was like, alright.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like... I don't.
What if he was like they show him?
Have you ever heard that rumor about Bruce Willis? That
what?
He did a movie like a few years back, and he's barely in it. Like they film all of his scenes from his back.
Really?
They just have his stunt double or his stand-in. So I was like, maybe that's why. Maybe that's why I wasn't very in. I mean, he hasn't really been honestly good to me since honestly The Sixth Sense.
Yeah, dude, he doesn't. He
just don't care.
Yeah, he don't care. He's Bruce Willis. He don't give a shit.
Yeah, but you didn't like James McAvoy in this movie? I thought he stole the show until Sam Jackson did.
We're still talking about Glass, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Sam Jackson, he doesn't speak for the first 45 minutes of the movie, and I'm like.
Another thing too is they go in depth with comic books, but it's they go in depth with that shit. It's all right, we fucking get we get it, okay, we get it.
But once
and then what's her face? What's her name? She was part of that secret organization or some shit.
Yeah, Sarah Paulson.
Yeah, we the people that don't need the world knowing about y'all motherfuckers. That's who she was in that movie.
You didn't like her being like part of like Hydra, I guess.
Yeah. No.
And you didn't like her like and you didn't.
It would have been cool. It would have been cool if she was like, okay, so she pretends to be the doctor, or I guess she is a fucking doctor. It would have been cool if she was like that really like that through the whole goddamn movie. And when she saw all that shit going down, then she started like believing that
like,
shit.
This is real.
Oh, that motherfucker was really. Oh yeah, that crippled motherfucker was.
I also thought
telling the truth the whole goddamn time.
I also thought that Anna Taylor-Joy at some point they were gonna reveal that she had superpowers. Like
I know, I thought that too. Yeah,
or something like that. But no, I mean, like, I agree with, like, the fight scenes were terrible. They filmed them weird, too. It was all, like, POV, like, him hugging him and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it wasn't... And then Bruce Willis, it was just there for a cash grab to me. But, I don't know, there's a lot to love in this movie. I mean, James McAvoy was fantastic to me. And Sam Jackson, at the end of this movie, I'm telling you now, is as good as he was in Pulp Fiction.
I don't know about that, man.
He was. The last few minutes, I mean, like, the last, like, act of the movie.
He dies at the end.
His whole plan, though, dude, was
oh, yeah.
so
His
cool.
whole reason?
And him, like, talking to him and, like, getting in his head and stuff. That was, like...
Yeah, he planned that shit.
Gosh,
he planned
awesome.
that shit through the whole goddamn movie.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's what I loved about the movie.
Basically, like, the reveal of, like, basically mutants, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah.
Spoiler alert, motherfucker, X-Men!
But I liked it a lot. I thought it was really good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It was alright.
You didn't like it.
No, I didn't like it.
So...
I didn't like that, and I didn't like fucking Blade Runner either.
The original or the...
Oh, the new one that just came out not too long ago. Yeah. Yeah, dude.
I love Blade Runner 2049.
That movie sucked, dude.
It did not suck.
Okay, it didn't suck. It did not suck, but goddamn, that movie was too fucking slow.
Well, the first
loud
one,
fucking noises too, man.
The first one's slow too.
Like Jesus Christ, man.
It's more about
shit.
It's more about like atmosphere. You know what I mean?
Oh, they let you know a lot about atmosphere in that fucking movie. And you know what? I got tired of it. Real fucking.
You got tired of it?
Yes.
But, I don't know. To me, that whole movie. The one of the best parts to me in that.
I liked what's her face in that movie. She was pretty good.
Who?
The hologram.
His girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was cool.
Joy.
In that movie. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like my favorite part of that whole movie.
You have her as your wallpaper, right, on your computer?
Yeah, because that's my favorite scene of the whole movie. So what happens is he has a girlfriend, and it's like Alexa. It's just like a program.
Yeah, it's a program, and I think he keeps her with him.
Yeah, at all times.
Yeah, of all times, yeah.
But it's just like a Alexa, but it's like, perfect version of Alexa, and at some point...
Why is she the perfect version, Brandon?
Because she's a,
I know, I don't know. How about you explain?
The actress that played her.
Okay, yeah, she's hot. You seen her? What she has in that movie with Keanu Reeves?
Yeah, not.
Yeah.
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 Okay. Anyway.
Okay, so you would have her as hologram?
Yeah.
Would you get a girlfriend though, or actual girlfriend?
Oh, if I had a girlfriend, then no.
No, what I'm trying to say is, if you had her, you were single, but you had her, the hologram, her. Okay.
Well, he had to bring that girl over too.
No, yeah.
Which that was a pretty cool scene too.
But would you still try to get a girlfriend though?
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't.
Well,
you'd be like, yeah.
No, can I finish my point, man? Can I finish my point? Okay.
But you wouldn't though, right?
If I had her, no. But
you can't do anything with her, Brandon. She's not real, Brandon.
Dude, they update stuff all the time, But anyway, what I'm trying to say is, in this movie, towards the end, they destroy that machine, the program.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I think he was in like a relationship with her for like years.
Yeah.
And then he's walking by and he's at his like lowest point, and he sees this advertisement of that product.
Yeah.
And at that moment, he realizes, oh, she never really loved me. It was just a program. And that, like, was just so, like, I don't know, sad, man. It was so sad and real. And you're just like, oh, man, you feel so bad for him.
I didn't feel bad for him, Brandon.
You didn't. Well, at that point, he realizes that he isn't. He isn't Deckard's son.
Yeah. He
realizes he isn't special. He's just
Yeah.
He's just a replicant. And then the love of his life is gone, and he realized she really never existed.
Yeah, she never existed. Yes.
Really.
What do you think of? I think he was a bad guy in that movie.
Jared Leto.
Yeah.
I don't really like him.
So I did not like him. It would have been cool if like they came face to face.
Originally, it was supposed to be David Bowie.
Oh, really?
Before he passed.
Before he passed.
Which I thought that would have been really cool.
Yeah.
But I never really liked Jared Leto. I like him as a person. I just don't like him in movies, really.
Well, yeah. I mean, I didn't like him in this movie at all either.
He kind of also felt like
he was, to me, he was just there.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of how he was in Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
You could have just taken him out of the movie and it would have not really affected the movie at all.
Exactly, yeah.
Really.
Another thing is, too, like I said, he really didn't do shit. He, like, sat fetal position through that whole goddamn movie and maybe, like, walked around and looked at replicants and shit. That's really about it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he created them.
Yeah.
And he realized that there's one out there that can reproduce.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I liked his, like, what's her name? Hope, or is that her name? Hope in the movie? Yeah. I haven't seen the movie in such a long time, but yeah. His partner.
Batista's in that movie. Pretty good.
Yeah. What do you think of Harrison Ford?
Yeah, he was pretty good.
Yeah. Well, the reason I love this movie so much.
I get why you loved it, but it's just that for me, I'm not into slow movies. I'm not into slow movies. Maybe like if it's like a Breaking Bad kind of slow.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really get that in this film.
Well,
oh my god,
the reason,
so annoying.
The reason I love this movie though is we get just so many sequels and reboots and like.
Wasn't that a sequel? Though?
It's always so unnecessary. They're always trying to like set up something, and it doesn't really ever feel like passion's really in it. It just feels like they're just trying to like putting it out there, just like, okay, come on, let's go to the next one. Come on, let's go to the next one.
Mm-hmm.
And this felt like with this guy, the director. I've seen him in interviews, and he was such a fan of this growing up, and he had a story to tell, and he wasn't trying to set up a sequel. He was just like, I had this one story, this is it, because the original Blade Runner is known for having like so many different cuts, like the director's cut, the final cut. There's like 9 cuts out there, but this guy's like, no, this is it. This is the movie I wanted to make, and it feels like real passion was put into this film, and it's not just like Star Wars Episode 9, Last Jedi, you know. And while
that movie sucked too.
Yeah, while you're watching that movie,
No,
you're just
I'm
like,
just playing.
while you're watching that movie, you're just like, all right, well, next year we have another one. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just like I can't really get invested in those kind of movies because I know that the heroes are not going to die because I know that they're going to be in the next movie.
Yeah.
With this movie, at any moment I would have, is he going to die? Like, I really felt like that, you know. So that's why I really like this movie.
Okay.
And then Glass, I do think M. Night Shyamalan is having a renaissance. I was actually talking to a friend on Facebook today about Jordan Peele.
Yeah.
Now, we went and saw Us.
Yeah, I went to go see Us.
And I hated it.
You didn't? You hated
I
that
hated
movie?
it.
That movie was good, man.
I hated it.
You're crazy.
I hated that movie, and I'll tell you why.
You seemed like you really liked it when you got out of the theater.
No, I didn't.
Why, Brandon?
Okay, I loved Get Out.
Okay.
I thought it was really good when it came out. Okay, and I thought it was like a fun kind of comedic horror film.
Okay.
And then everyone loved it, and then I felt like it got too much love. It was good, but it wasn't that good.
Yeah.
I love Jordan Peele, and I loved him in Key and Peele, and I love Keegan-Michael Key too, and I want him to get big too. But I felt like that movie got just too much praise. But that year...
Do you think it got the Black Panther praise?
Yes.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the best movie I had seen that year. But anyway, then Us comes out. And I think what happened was there was all this hype because he was nominated for it. He won an Oscar the year before, and you just have this expectation, going in there.
So you had an expectation
I
on
had
it.
the highest expectation.
Oh, then that's probably why.
I go see it, and the first 10 minutes is one shot of a rabbit, and it's just zooming in, zooming in, zooming in, zooming into this rabbit in this cage, and I'm like, all right, I get it, but it just keeps going, and going, and going, and going, and then I'm like, all right. Then I'm watching it, and the whole time, I'm like, this reminds me so much of another film I've seen called The One I Love, which, if you haven't seen it, it's really good. It's a Duplass Brothers film. And it's a similar plot with, like, the doppelgangers, But with this movie, I just felt like it was, like, they were trying to put all this different stuff in it. And to me, it could have just been, like, a very simple story about, like, your identity. And, like, how you see yourself and how others see you, but like they have the whole like tunnels thing and like this underground subway, and like they have the at the beginning of the movie there's tunnels and subways all over the world that no one knows about, but it's like someone must have stumbled upon that, and where are they getting these scissors?
Where did they get the costumes?
Where did
how did they get
from?
food? You know what I'm saying?
I do like Lupita, the main actress in the film. I thought she was fantastic. I thought everyone was good at it.
Everybody was good at it, man.
It just felt like kind of like that movie Escape Room, where it was just like that movie could have just been simple. But they have to tag on all this other stuff that makes it like way too complicated.
The thing about Escape Room was I actually liked that movie. Okay, I liked it to a point.
I liked it
and
up until
then
the
once
last
it's over, spoilers, they're sitting down and she's like, "Don't you want to find more stuff out about what happened to us?" And then they fucking go, and I think the big twist is that motherfucker's been watching them, and he's like. And they're talking to him on the TV, and you can't see his face. It's a drop down black.
I thought it was an alien.
Like, what the fuck was that all about? Is this some like?
You mean to tell you how it affects it?
It's just. I felt like I felt like I was in a superhero movie now.
Yeah. Can I tell you how I would have ended it?
How?
So you have the girl, she escapes.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh yeah, she got out of there, yay! I would have had it where she opens a door.
She never got out.
No, she opens a door, and there's a bunch of other people out there,
and
they're like. Oh, are you here for the escape room? It ends. They set up a sequel. So she's helping.
She's just like, man, I just got through with this shit.
Yeah, so they have another escape room. You know what I mean? I don't know.
That would have been cool though too.
But I just felt like I think he had a little bit too much. From what I got out of it with Jordan Peele, is it's just like he had this pressure of the success of his last movie, and it's like. I gotta top it. When, in all honesty, it could have just been a really simple story, and I felt like he had to tag all this other stuff in there about like the hands of America and all that crap. And I was like, we don't need all this. We just have it be about that family and this doppelgangers of them. That's all they needed.
Okay.
They didn't need all that stuff, and then the rabbits. I didn't get the whole.
I think the rabbit was, I guess,
you talk about
for food. I guess
you talk about Blade Runner being real long and boring. That opening scene was, oh my gosh, dude! I think he's kind of having a similar thing that M. Night Shyamalan's happening. They compared him to Alfred Hitchcock. Whenever M. Night Shyamalan started out with Sixth Sense, they made this big news story about him saying,
"What do you think?
The next Spielberg." And then after that, he kind of started some stinkers. So I think that might happen to Jordan Peele.
All right. Speaking of scary movies, what did you think of? Have you seen Hereditary?
Oh, I love Hereditary.
What do you do? Hereditary was really fucking good, and it was really scary. The thing that got me, like, when it first, like, I think it starts out with them grieving her mother. The kid's grandma, which is the mother. Of their mother, basically. And that one scene where she goes up, I guess, is it the attic? Or it's her room, because she builds like little miniature houses and shit, and she turns the lights off, and she kind of looks in the distance, and you can see like the shadow of her grandma.
Yeah, that movie
I'm like, oh, fuck that, man.
So much stuff. Like, I just watched it last week with my girlfriend, and I even noticed, like, right before all that crazy stuff starts happening at the very end, they do a exterior shot of the outside, and if you look, there's like hundreds of like naked people surrounding their house.
Oh, really?
It's very subtle.
Oh, so I
I
didn't see
caught
that.
it, and I was like, oh my gosh.
It's fucking scary, right?
Yeah, the movie though is like, it's kind of balanced. It's the first half of it's like really heavy drama about like a family.
Yeah.
And
Like
the
loss.
the last act is just like
Fucking
bad shit, crazy.
Yeah, all this shit that starts happening. You know, another thing about that movie, I kind of want them to spoiler alert, they all die at the end, but I kind of wanted them to succeed a little bit. At least the mom.
Yeah,
because I felt like through that whole movie, the mom was just getting shit on.
Yeah.
Over and over. Like when her daughter died. You know, imagine waking up to that shit in the morning.
Imagine being him. What would you have done in that situation if it was your sister?
Man, dude, probably called the police and take it from there. But he didn't do that. He's like, all right, I'm done.
I don't think he was like that. I think he was just like...
Well, he wasn't like that, but he was just like, I don't know what to do. I'm just...
Yeah.
He didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't know, so he just went up in his room and just
But I thought Toni Collette was just fantastic in that movie, and she, like, really kind of got snubbed at the Oscars. She should have won Best Actress that year. And then, not only that, like, the cinematography, like, the way it looked and everything, it reminded me of, like, The Shining or something. And they're doing another movie. The guy is doing a movie called Midsummer. Have you seen that?
I don't, man. I've seen it, but I don't. It's a cult movie.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man.
I think it looks dope. I think that's awesome.
I don't know, man. It kind of has like a Wicker Man kind of feel.
Oh, don't say that. Don't say that, dude.
I'm being for real though.
Oh God, no.
Fucking Nicolas Cage. My favorite part of that movie, dude, is when they get him. They get him and they're torturing him with bees and shit. And then I think they're putting him up to get put on fire. And he's like, "You fucking bitches! You fucking bitches!
He turns
you
into
fucking
Chucky.
bitch!" Yeah. Basically, it's just fucking hilarious, dude.
Doesn't he like punch a woman in the face?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Out of
I think
nowhere?
so, but I mean, I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure he does. This just goes to show you how horrible that fucking movie was.
Did you ever see him? How he was originally going to be Superman.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Ever seen those images?
Tim Burton one? Yeah. They're pretty bad.
It's a horror. It's horrible.
Yeah. Imagine if they released that shit. That probably would have ended his career.
I kind of want to see it. It would be awesome.
He's had some horrible movies. Have you ever seen that movie Next?
I've heard of it. I try to avoid his movies.
That movie. In this fucking trailer, he's running out like a mountain. He's running, and there's boulders, obviously. And then he stops, and he sees the boulder, and he looks back, and he fucking ducks, and that big fucking boulder just misses him, and he gets up, and you hear Next.
Really?
I don't know. Maybe I'm over exaggerating, but that whole scene I think is in that fucking trailer. Or like a car goes over or something.
My favorite one is the one where he has sex with the Declaration of Independence. Have you seen that one?
Oh yeah, National Treasure.
Yeah, I actually like that movie.
Yeah, both of them are okay. He should do that.
Yeah.
He should do a good movie and educate some motherfuckers on that too.
What did you think of him as Ghost Rider?
Horrible, dude.
Horrible.
Yeah, it was horrible.
I heard somewhere.
God, like in the second one, too. God damn, the second one was horrible. Dude, he fought that dried up piece of turd, fucking monster or bad guy, whatever the fuck it was. It was
I heard
horrible,
that
dude.
that in the first movie, when he takes off his shirt and you see that six pack. I heard that was all CGI. I swear, I really did. Like he didn't. He's like, I'm not gonna work out for this movie.
But I think he wanted to play that.
Yeah. Who would you have cast as Ghost Rider, like in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? I know they kind of had one with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
You know, it'd be cool. I know this kind of. I know he, Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy.
Yeah, I know he
I was
plays
thinking,
Venom.
It's gotta be someone kind of rough. That's how I picture Ghost Rider. I would say Daryl from The Walking Dead.
Could you see him going like kind of crazy? Could you see him act?
Yeah.
Could you see him acting like that?
I think he could be good. Yeah. Also, Danny DeVito.
No, dude. He Nicolas Cage is in. I think.
He's in some movie that came out last year.
No, he's
Mandy.
in.
Have you heard of Mandy?
No, I think a horror movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. But no, I haven't seen it. He's in. No Shoes, No Die. He's in Fast Times at Roachmore High.
Oh, yeah. No shirt, no shoes,
no die. Yeah, he's in there. He works at one of the burger joints.
Yeah. That was like his first film.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he didn't really do shit in there except for like look at the
I
camera.
heard that he was supposed to play the Brad character.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The one was like trying to get all his shit together, basically.
Mm-hmm.
He was just trying in that whole goddamn movie.
Yeah. Phoebe Cates in that movie. I remember seeing that movie. Like that movie was like my first like. What was your first titties movie? Like the first time you saw titties?
Does Heavy Metal 2000 count?
What is that, dude?
You never heard of Heavy Metal 2000?
No. God, I've never heard of that. What is that?
It's that cartoon movie with like Dominatrix. It's based on a comic book.
You'll have to show me that.
Yeah.
Does Heavy Metal 2000 count? That was my first. That was my first time seeing titties in a movie.
Yeah, Heavy Metal 2000.
I was like in 4th grade. I don't know, man. That don't count.
That don't count? Oh.
It's gotta be real, dude. It's gotta be legit.
I don't fucking know.
You saw Titanic. Titanic had titties.
No, I didn't actually watch. My girlfriend loves that movie, dude.
Yeah.
So go watch Titanic. I'm like, nope.
Yeah.
I don't want to see Leonardo DiCaprio turn to ice.
What do you think about that movie coming out? Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
It looks alright. I'm probably gonna go see it.
I think it looks really.
I still think they're all gonna die at the end. That's just me.
I think it looks really good.
It looks really good. Oh yeah, I didn't. They have Al Pacino in there too.
Yeah, I like.
Pretty awesome. I didn't.
I like
see
the
that.
little like wink at like. He's like, oh, the part when you like he's shooting the gun.
Yeah.
It kind of it's like
a reference to
Scarface.
Yeah, Scarface. Obviously, that's a fucking reference.
Do you think he'll end after 10 films, Quentin Tarantino? That's what
you know what I think? I think he'll end it and then he'll produce.
Think he'll just start producing stuff?
Yeah.
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 I think this is like one of my most anticipated films of this year.
You said the Joker was. Though.
Well, that too. Yeah.
You can only pick one, man.
Well, then I would say Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Really?
Yeah.
Nah. You know what's so crazy? I heard about that movie and the Walking Phoenix one.
The Joker?
I actually read about them at the same time. Now it's crazy because now they're fucking coming out.
What do you think of Walking Phoenix as the Joker?
Didn't he say that that's kind of this? What is it's like a tribute to what's his face?
Heath Ledger?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I don't remember. I think he said that, but then again, I could be wrong.
I heard.
He's gonna. I mean, I don't know, man. I really don't know. I want to see it though.
I think it looks good.
If it's gonna be rated R, I hope.
It looks like Taxi Driver to me.
Do you think they're gonna like take some stuff out of the comics?
I read somewhere that like there's a comic. I haven't read it, but there's a comic book that he's like on a talk show, like
Are you talking about the one where
Johnny Carson or something like that?
Yeah.
And then he just starts killing everybody.
Yeah, there's one. I think we're talking about the same one. There's one where he gets. I think he's on a show or whatever doing an interview. So he gets the guy and he skins him all the way down and not like just keeping this part. It's like up his neck,
his head and stuff.
Yeah, and then puts him on live air. I think it's that. I don't remember. I'm not really a DC kind of person, but
yeah, you're more Marvel guy.
Yeah.
Would you have preferred a Jared Leto Joker movie besides Walking Phoenix?
Well, ask me that. Would say that again?
Would you have preferred a Jared Leto?
Fuck no.
Joker movie? No.
Fuck no.
I don't know what. I don't.
God, don't ask me something like that, man.
I think they don't know what they're doing there.
God,
they're still doing a Harley Quinn film.
Even the crazy thing about it, I would have been okay if it was just like this. I know they've had the Joker like that before, but I would have been okay with just a regular fucking Joker. My problem, but then the problem would have been like, well, they always do the same one. You know what I'm saying? I would have, but I would have been like that too. But at least, I mean, it probably would have been a whole lot fucking better. But God, it's horrible, man.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that has been an Abel and Brandon podcast. And if you like what you heard, please like, comment, and subscribe. Brandon?
Also, please check out Blade Runner 2049. I know we talked a lot of crap about it, but it is a really good movie. Please check it out. Will you reconsider, Abel?
No. All right, guys. See you guys later. And like I said, if you like what you heard, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.